government is taking all the necessary measures to strengthen the level of preparedness and response to the novel coronavirus threat by adopting a collective, coordinated, and comprehensive approach, engaging all stakeholders. A ministerial task force briefed the media at the NCN studios on Homestretch Avenue about the measures and appropriate approach taken by the government in response to the health and economic risks of the COVID-19. Public Health Minister Boulder Lawrence explained that the National Public Health Reference Laboratory that has the capacity to test for the disease, and the ministry has set up several quarantine areas.
We have also been able to now establish 4 sites where we can be able to address the needs of persons who must be quarantined. And I speak of persons who fall within the 3 categories. Those persons who are suspected cases, which means that they would have been exposed in one way or the other to a person or persons who have contracted the virus. Those probable cases, and those are persons who would have had a test done, but it came back inconclusive. And persons who are confirmed cases.
In terms of education, the Education Ministry has responded with the closure of all schools. In addition to the sanitation of training and learning facilities, the ministry is taking the necessary steps for students writing both the NGSA and CSEC examinations.
We have also embarked in discussions with CXC to have the rescheduling of dates for both national and regional examinations. That would be the grade 6 and the CSEC examinations.
Parents are advised to work with children in preparation for the exams through the ministry's website, the Ghana Learning Channel, radio broadcasts of the interactive radio instruction for grades 1 to 3, and NCN Radio. The University of Guyana has also put in place a 2-week closure in effect until March 30, 2020. Police Commissioner Leslie James says that since the outbreak of the virus, the force has been planning for any eventuality and systems are in place at all ports of entry. Safety measures are also being implemented at the level of the aviation sector. Director General Lieutenant Colonel Retired Egbert Field gave that update.
We are on both fronts at the airport, the Cheddi Jagan International Airport and the Oval International Airport. The authority has been conducting inspections, ensuring that the necessary pieces of equipment such as temperature sensors, etc., and working closely with the Center of Disaster Control and also the Ministry of Health.
Lending support to all of these agencies is the Civil Defense Commission. The agency's Director General, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, gave some details.
So to date, we have completed a detailed assessment of the process and procedures at the Cheddi Jagan International Airport, and we prepared a report where we submitted to the Minister of Health and several of the other agencies, including the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Immigration, Customs, to start taking certain measures or improvement measures that are already implemented at the airport. Apart from that too, we've assessed all of the facilities identified for isolation and quarantine and came up with recommendations, and those reports were also submitted to the Minister of Health.
Other agencies that have since implemented measures include the Supreme Court. The court began fumigation and sanitization of the facilities on March 13. The Ghana Revenue Authority has also made it possible for taxpayers to utilize e-filing services and payment relationships with financial institutions. The Public Infrastructure Ministry has suspended ferry services between Ghana and Suriname from March 14 until further notice. The Department of Citizenship is engaging persons accessing services in smaller groups. The National Sports Commission has closed the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, the National Gymnasium, the National Aquatic Center, Colgreen Pool, and the National Racket Sports Resource Center for at least 2 weeks. The Protected Areas Commission, or PAC, has closed the Georgetown Zoo until further notice. Meanwhile, the Department of Public Service has implemented a shift system for all public servants from March 16 to the 27th, 2020.